Hi, welcome back to another episode of Your Money Mindset, guiding you to achieve lasting financial freedom and peace of mind. I'm John McGregor. It's just another beautiful day here in Northern California, about ready to hit my trail run. Beautiful weather, it's just great. Can't wait to get out there. But before we do that, let's get into it. You know, I was thinking about my clients over the many years that I've been working with so many people, and all the years when I look back at those clients who have succeeded and built significant wealth versus those who have not, one of the key underlying reasons is that those who are living with a financially abundant life clearly understood the deep force that was driving them to succeed. And this one thing, I will tell you, is the holy grail of learning and behavioral change and ultimately financial freedom. Period. So you do not want to miss this episode. But before we do that, do not forget to hit that bell below and subscribe. Okay, folks, as many of you know, as I mentioned earlier, I've been working with countless individuals of all walks of life, all demographics, all income ranges, all net worths. I think I've probably worked with close to 5,000 people over the years in one way or the other. And now, as I look back on those that have achieved financial freedom and are living a life of financial peace, are those who clearly understood and strived for one thing, and that was what was deeply meaningful to them at their core, at the core of who they were as an individual. They identified early on their deep meaning in their life and ultimately found their purpose. And that's how they live their life. Everything they do, where they spent their money, who they spent their time with, how they spent their weekends, what they read, what they watched, what they listened to, was always tied to what was deeply meaningful to them at their core. And when I say what was meaningful to them at their core, I wasn't merely saying those high-level things like family, health, their spouse, children, education, their house, or even their golf handicap. What I'm talking about is something much, much deeper within, something that drives their behavior to reach their vision in life. So let me ask you, have you ever taken the time to really drill down deep on what was deeply meaningful to you at your core? And again, I'm not talking about those high-level things I mentioned earlier. I'm talking about drilling down 10, 15, 20 levels deep on why those things are deeply meaningful to you. Most people that I come across, this is where we typically start, because this gives me a clear sense of where they are and where they're focused. And in almost every situation, those who had a tremendous amount of success clearly knew what was deeply meaningful to them, and they knew their purpose. Whereas those who struggled, those who could not get out of the rat race, who were living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to keep their head above water, rarely, if ever, did they ever take the time to really contemplate what was deeply meaningful to them. And that always creates an environment where you don't have a clear direction in your life. And I will tell you, understanding your meaning, your deep meaning, is the holy grail of learning and behavioral change and your financial freedom. When you are living a life of meaning and purpose, your life flows automatically. It's like you're living in the zone of life. And when you uncover what's deeply meaningful to you, and you have that aha moment, it can be an extremely exhilarating feeling because it clears up so much confusion in your life. It almost puts guardrails on your life because you're no longer running here, or running there, or spending time here, or spending time there, hanging out with the wrong people, or even randomly checking your social media pages, or focused on the next episode on whatever Netflix show you're immersed in. That goes away. And that's what I saw with so many of my successful clients. They were laser focused on what was deeply meaningful to them, and that's precisely why they were able to build wealth over time. Automatically, as they went about their day, all of their activities, all of their spending, all of their time, the people they spent time with was all tied to what was meaningful to them. And subconsciously, whenever they are faced with a decision on anything in their life, subconsciously, that magic question would arise. Is this bringing me closer to or pushing me further away from what's meaningful to me? Again, let me repeat that. Is this decision I'm gonna make gonna bring me closer to, or will it push me further away from what's meaningful to me? So I encourage you to take some time today or over the next several days to really drill down on what's deeply meaningful to you at your core. You can start at that high level and list those things I mentioned earlier that are very important to you, or even what you're grateful for. Then start drilling down on each one of those things, asking yourself, why is that meaningful to me? And then when you answer that question, ask yourself again, why is that meaningful to me? And just keep drilling down. This isn't something that you can just sit down once and be done with it. This is an ongoing process of discovery about who you are in this world and what your true mission is. Some people I've seen have done this exercise, and in the end, they actually start crying because they had no idea what was deeply meaningful to them, and they finally realize how much time and money has been wasted on things that aren't meaningful to them at all. And what you'll find amongst your answers is that there will be some commonality that will begin to arise. You'll find some common themes that keep coming up to the surface, and that's awesome. And you'll start to peel that onion so you can really start to uncover what's deeply meaningful to you and what your true purpose in life really is. And once you do that, you should write that down and carry that with you so you can always continually remind yourself of what your meaning in life is. And when faced with that decision, you should start asking yourself that question. Is this taking me closer to or pushing me further away from what's meaningful to me or to you? In fact, I would write that question down on a 3x5 card and put that everywhere so that you can constantly remind yourself of that question. So it becomes ingrained in your mind. So that ultimately, subconsciously, you won't necessarily have to ask that question because you've trained your mind. Your subconscious mind will already be answering it for you automatically. This, my friends, is a tremendous way to begin your process to transform not only your financial life, but your life forever. And I would encourage you to share this video with others because you could be helping a lot of people out as well. So with that, I hope that was eye-opening, even inspiring, and I hope you take some time to really think about this because it really can be a game changer for you and your loved ones. And just remember, it is never, ever too late to start your journey to financial freedom and peace of mind. I've got a ton of free resources on my website that you can download immediately to start your journey to financial freedom now. We've also launched my online financial transformation program that is designed to not only transform your financial life, but it'll transform your entire life all together. My online program that I guide you through, this 5-element program, really is a game changer, and I would encourage you to take a look. Click the link below to find out more. With that, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Always love hearing from you. Well, I'm off on my trail run. Have a great one. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Upward and onward. Take care.